Hi everyone, my name is Jamie. This is Nesting Seam Stitchery here on YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you find something that you like. So today I have a FFO parade, fully finished object parade, to show you guys. It has been 5 months, I think, since my last video, a very long time, and I have 15 finishes in that time. So I want to go ahead and show those all to you, and you might be able to see them behind me and maybe on me a little bit, but I will go through each one with you guys and tell you all the details. So stay tuned. All right, first up, I have my strawberry earrings that I made. Aren't they so cute? I am obsessed with them. I made these in, I think, May, maybe. I used the pattern from Robin Pickens from the Nashville Needlework Cookbook. Yeah, from this year, and she has a pattern in there, and it's it's just berries, different kinds of berries, and I just chose the strawberry standalone. And let me get it out of my ear. Actually, I'll show you. So I stitched this on perforated paper with just stashed DMC, just a red, a green, and a yellow that I had in my stash. I will pop a photo of the finished completed piece here if you want to see it. I do know that Stitchy Sarah Reeds and Handmade by Sarah W did finish theirs, and I think they finished theirs into a pillow, and those turned out so cute. They finished theirs a long time ago though, way before I did these. But if you want to go check their videos out and see what they did, I will link them down below. And so then, as you can see, I just have a ton of finishes. So I'm just gonna start grabbing and going through them one by one. So let's just dive right into it, I guess. All right. So first off, second off, I guess, I have this one. This is from the Midsummer Stitch that Lindy Stitches hosted in July. This was a pattern from there. I did this as a start and a finish in about a day. And this one, I used Stash Conversion DMC on a 28 count Monaco that I dyed petal pink myself. And I had this cute little frame, circle frame that I got from Target, so I just popped it in there. Nothing fancy, as you can see the back. It's a hot mess, but the front looks perfect, and that's all that matters. I also added 2025 in here because that was the year that I attended the Midsummer Stitch and that I finished it. Up next, I have You Had Me at Hello, Sydney. This is a pattern by Black Waltz Stitching. And I stitched this on a 18 count peony by either Fiber on Whim or Picture This Plus. I'm not quite sure. But I used all of the called for DMC for this one. And I just popped this into a finishing hoop. I didn't quite know how to finish it. I didn't really want to turn it into a pillow. This is only like my second finish in a hoop that I've done. As you can tell on the back. Again, a hot mess, but no one sees the back. And if they do, they're not your friends. But this is You Had Me at Hello, Sydney. This one was a lot of fun. I started this one on Valentine's Day of this year, and I finished this, I'm not quite sure when, maybe in August sometime, maybe? Beginning of August, end of July. But that's what I have for You Had Me at Hello, Sydney by Black Waltz Stitching. I'm gonna pop this back on the wall. All right, and then next I have a basket of finishes, pillows, and ornaments, and I will go through them one by one with you. So let's start. All right, I'm gonna put this in front of me. So first off, oh, where do I want to start? Where do I want to start? This one. Okay, first off, I Love the Nightlife by, let me look at my notes. Pixel Pixie. This was from the X Stitch the Rainbow Night Garden palette with Threadworks thread. I used the called for Threadworks that came with the Nashville releases. Was it last November? Maybe sometime last year, I think. It's all these colors and the beautiful variegation. There's about 20 designers who designed all of the patterns, one pattern per designer using the palette, and they just had to fit it into a within the, can't think of words, stitching measurements, I guess. Well, this is mine. And this was all so much fun to finish and stitch. This is stitched on a 18 count vintage by, got it at Hobby Lobby. And I used the Threadworks palette. And then can you see that I added beads on there, guys? I have beads on the moth. And then I have beads on the frog with the nose there. So cute. And then I had this chenille, I think it is, in the color Licorice. It's been so long, I have to think of these things. And I just finished it into a little pillow. This is what the back looks like. I got this fabric, I can't remember where I got this fabric. I think I got it off of TikTok, actually, a long time ago, back in like 2023. But I thought this was perfect for it, with the little moth and the moon and the mushrooms. So you guys know I am obsessed with all those things, and it just fits so perfectly. So I love it. Love it, love it, love it. As I talk about them, I'm just going to put them behind me. So just bear with me a quick second. Okay. Up next, I have Boo from Prairie Schooler. This is in one of their like 9 or like 10 pattern books that they have. I've already stitched one of them before that I've showed on the channel. This is another one from the same book, like collection, pattern collection. And this is stitched on a 32 count antique linen, I think, Charles Craft. It's supposed to have a outer border. I did omit that. And then in the O's for the Boo, I put, instead of doing French knots or a stitch, I put beads in there. And I think that just gives it a really nice touch. This is what the back looks like. This is the fabric, and then I cut out a little jack-o'-lantern and just kind of whip stitched it around, and I think it turned out so cute. This one is from Needle Bling Designs. I forget what's called, probably like Boo Moon or something like that. It's from one of the just cross stitch Halloween editions. I believe last year, so 2024, if not 2023. It's one of those two. And I stitched this with the called for DMC. And this was really easy to do, basically. This is what the back looks like. It's kind of the same finishing method as the Boo. And I did an upside down hanging bat for where the slit is, and then I whip stitched around that. This is stitched on a, this looks like a 32 count. I'm gonna go with 32 count something. But yeah, that's what I stitched with. It was just something I had in my stash. Like I said, all of these are from 5 months. Some of these are 5 months ago that I finished them, that I'm just now getting around to showing. So some of these are, I totally forget what the fabric is and stuff like that. So bear with me. What do I want to show next? I'll show this one. So this one is Fancy Carrot Seeds by Stitching with the Housewives. This is stitched on a 14 count black Aida with the called for DMC. I added a orange rickrack around it, And then this is what the back looks like. Not the best, but it is what it is. If you want to see that a little closer, it has little bunnies on it. It's so cute. It's like a 1930s reproduction, and it's so adorable. But yeah, that's Fancy Carrot Seeds. I finished this when I was actually in Gatlinburg back in April. Last time I talked to you guys, I was just about to go to Gatlinburg like the following 2 days. I have since been back from Gatlinburg, been back again to Gatlinburg, and then come home. My kid has started school. Lots have happened. I'll talk about all that in my next Flosstube update. Not right now though. This is just the finished braid. But this is Fancy Carrot Seeds by Stitching with Housewives. This one I finished a long time ago. I just now got around to FFOing it. This one is Strawberries in Summer by Happiness is Cross Stitch. This is from their blog. It is a free pattern. I finished this probably about a year ago, if not longer. Oh, actually, I finished it last year for the Strawberry Moon Sal. That's exactly what happened. And I finished this into a flat fold. And I added a little pin on top that I got from Primrose Cottage on one of their Sip and Stitch box. Used some strawberry fabric. So cute. Got a little tab on the bottom. Yeah, and this just kind of sits just like that. And it's adorable. And I love it. I do know I used the called for DMC on this. And I believe this one is a 28 count tea-dye Monaco. I think. I'm not sure. But that's what this one looks like. This one is, I have to look at the pattern name, Spring Morning by Charlene Howard Blank of Tranquility Tree Designs. This is from a spring edition of Just Cross Stitch magazine from this year. And it comes in a 9 by a 9 thing, 9 patterns, like a 3 by 3. I just selected one of them, my favorite, and I stitched that into a little pillow. So this is one of them. And I used the called for DMC. Sorry, it's kind of glitching out a little bit. But I used the called for DMC. This is what the back looks like. Just a little sunflower on the back. And I think that turned out super cute. This was a lot of fun to do, actually. I think I finished this in a day. This was a start and a finish. Most of these are starts and finishes since I have last seen you. One of them that was a whip that I was working on last time that I did finish is Strawberry Berry Basket by Primrose Cottage. So this is what mine looks like. This is exactly pretty much how the original looks like anyway, how Primrose Cottage did it. So I just did mine pretty much the exact same. Follow their tutorial on YouTube. But this is stitched on a 32 count vintage country mocha with the called for DMC from the Sip and Stitch from last year box that I got. And then I added the 2 pins that came with it. These are the called for finishing fabric, and then I added some rickrack here. That was in the box too. And then I just finished this as just a big old pillow. And I love it. It just sits, it was sitting in my dough ball all summer. And it's just perfect. Love it. Love the strawberries. I think I finished this for the Strawberry Moon Sal this year. But again, can't be too sure. This one is also by Primrose Cottage. This is Hello Spring. I stitched this on a 32 count touch of yellow linen. Does not look yellow, but that's what I stitched it with. And then I used a Stash Conversion DMC, just what I thought looked pretty colors for spring. And this is what the back looks like. Just a plaid yellow that I thought matched very well. This one, last Primrose Cottage one, is Hello Summer. This one was part of their free Stitch Friday from maybe June or July. And I stitched this up, and it matches their other designs that they came out with at around the same time. It kind of follows the same like berry, watermelon, like fruit theme basically. And I stitched this with the called for fabric, which is a 32 count blush, maybe? I forget what it is, but it's this really pretty pink that just complements the colors very well. The thread is from the kit that they sell prior to releasing the Free Stitch Friday. I bought the kit. It comes with fabric, typically a finishing element, which in this case was the pom-pom. It comes with a felt, comes with fabric to like back it with, and then it comes with the thread. The thread is a mix of, I actually think it's just Weeks Dye Works. The finishing kit I bought separately from the kit to stitch it with. That's important to know, by the way. But this is what mine looks like. Hello Summer by Primrose Cottage. And again, this is what the back looks like. I just made my felt into a little heart, and I think glued that down with a top stitch. And it turned out so cute. This next one is an ornament. This one, I couldn't find my magazine. I believe it's called like Little Deer or something like that. Unfortunately, I don't remember who it's from, but this is from the Just Cross Stitch magazine. Let me try to get that glare off. God. Okay. Yeah, this is what it looks like. So this is Little Deer. I am so sorry about that awful glare. But as you can see, I finished it into a snow globe ornament. There we go. I finished it into a snow globe ornament. And then I just added a little finishing bow, as well as a little thing at the front, a little hook to paint it with. And then I closed up the seams on the side with some twine. And then this is what the back looks like. I did follow a tutorial on YouTube that I think is no longer there. I think it was Vanna Pfeiffer. I don't think she is currently putting her tutorials on YouTube anymore due to some things that had happened. But if I can find it, I will definitely link it down below. But this is a Little Deer from the Just Cross Stitch Winter Edition magazine. I'm trying to show it as best as I can without that glare. Let's see here. There we go. You can kind of see it now. Okay. Two more. And these ones are my favorite. So let's start with this one. This one is from Tuscan Cardinal, Lindsay Swearington, from, I think, her book Magical Cross Stitch. It's one of the books. I'm pretty sure it's Magical Cross Stitch. And I stitched this on, did I say this is called Mushroom Misfortune? This is called Mushroom Misfortune. That's what the pattern name. I stitched this on a 14 count black Aida that I dyed myself. So that's why it's just kind of like this ever so like ashy gray color. It's not quite true black like how you would get a typical Aida. And that's kind of what I was going for. I wasn't going for a true black. I was going for more of like an offish color. And I think this complements it very, very well. I used the called for DMC, so everything that was listed. I added the same licorice finish around it that I did to my other one that you had saw. And then this is what the back looks like. This is the fabric from Hobby Lobby that I had in my stash. And I think it, like I said, just fit it very well. So that's Mushroom Misfortune. Very cute. All right. And last but not least, because I'm going to film another video and I have other finishes that I have FFO'd to show in that one. But last in this video, I have Arranging Mushrooms by Ink Circles. I love this one so much. So this one was so much fun to do. Probably the best, not best, but like the funnest out of all of the 15 finishes that I've showed you lately that I finished. So I used the red is a classic Colorworks Cupid. And then this, let's see, let me find one. I'll put a close-up photo here because my lens is not adjusting well. I'll put a close-up photo here of what this looks like better. But the orange that you see on this one, that is Marmalade by Classic Colorworks as well. And then otherwise I use the called for DMC. This is also stitched on a 32 count Atomic Ranch fabric called Lestrange, I believe. I think that's what it's called. And I finished this into a pillow. This is what the back looks like. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. All right. Yep. So that is all of my finishes. As you can see, it is a lot. And I am so happy with all of them. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. I will go ahead and end it here since that's basically all that I have to show. I'm not going to give a life update right now because it's just a Flosstube extra. If you want to listen to me ramble about some other things in my life and watch a new Flosstube from me, I will have that up in hopefully when you're seeing this video, if not a few days later. And I will talk to you guys next time. Thank you so much for being here. Again, my name is Jamie. This is Nessie Seam Stitchery. Bye.